Now look at this right here. Read it. Read it. The happiest men are somehow always married to women with anxiety, tummy issues, and caffeine addictions, bad eyesight, and real short fuses. Now, the creator of that video has some music in the background, so I couldn't play it. That's why I voice over it. Ladies, we're not falling for this reverse psychology. It's not going to work. Not at all. Isn't it interesting how there are so many videos and so many podcasts where women are saying that if you want to be a happy man, then you should accept the woman for all her faults. But men should not be accepted for their faults. And this type of video is one of the worst when it is suggesting that the happiest men are the ones who are with women who got anxiety issues, who have stomach issues, which is basically saying that, hey, every time she goes on her site, she has a menstrual cycle and she acts out, that that's a good thing. That's something that we enjoy. That's something that we like the anxiety woman. The bad eyesight, I don't know what the hell they talking about with some bad eyesight. Like, what does it mean? Like, you see shit that's not there, or you see things that are going, you see something happening and you make up your own reason or rationale for it, and then you act out in your anxiety. That makes no sense whatsoever. These men aren't happy. And what was interesting, I thought that when I went through the comments of it, that I was going to see a bunch of men saying bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But what I saw was um, a bunch of people, men and women, posting, yeah, 28 years and still going, 30 years and still going. No, this is someone who has just settled and said that, well, this is what the situation is. And longevity does not mean happiness. The two are not synonymous with one another. Men oftentimes settle with the fact that if a woman is going through some type of bipolarism, or her cycle causes her hormones to be thrown off, where she acts out or she's walking around with anxieties, which is just, and there's a difference between anxiety and insecurities, but oftentimes uh, there are women who will be insecure but claim that to be anxiety. The bad eyesight, if this is when you're just making shit up, you see a man, you see your husband talking to another woman, and then you create a scenario, you create a story that's not really there, and we're happy. No, that's not what makes a man happy. I'm going to tell you what makes a man happy. I have questioned hundreds of men, hundreds, literally, from different parts of the world. And I asked those men, would you prefer, which is most important, to be in love with your woman or to have peace with your woman? Which one do you prefer? Which one would you stay in a relationship longer? A woman that gives you peace, or a woman that you love? 9 times out of 10, the men claim peace is more important than love. And I want you ladies to hear that, because your anxiety issues, your insecurities, you acting out and trying to blame your hormones and having no emotional control disrupts the peace. And your expectation that, well, I can't help it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can help in two different ways. One is medication. Medication can help a lot. The other one, which I think is more important and should be more utilized, is therapy. Yes, indeed, therapy. Because if you got emotional trauma because of your parents, or emotional trauma because of where you was raised and the community environment you was raised in, if you got it because you're carrying baggage from previous relationships, that's not acceptable. We're not we're not built to just sit here and take it. We've conformed. Many men have conformed to take it, and then try to emphasize what little bit of happiness that we can get with you. And the fact that they stay with you, bullshit. Mm-mm. Get some damn therapy. Get some therapy. Get some medication. Combine the two. Mix it up in a nice cocktail and drink it. Because men prefer their peace over love. Think about that. Now, when I ask them another question, great sex or love? There again, it was roughly about seven out of 10 men were saying that they rather have great sex than love. So when you combine them together, of what makes a man stay with a woman, what makes a man happy, it is not the crazy, arguing, um, mentally disheveled woman. That doesn't make us happy. It is peace and great sex. Now, when you have peace and great sex, a man is willing to give love. Because for most men, this is how we're receiving love. Because we have peace and we have great sex. And when a man has peace and great sex, if he's a good man, I emphasize, if he's a good man, then he will go out there and tackle the world in order to give you what you want, to give you that security, to give you whatever methodology you receive love from. He's more willing to go and do it when he has peace and great sex. Now, some women are going to say that that is Neanderthal, barbaric, that that is superficial and childish, or whatever you want to say. It is what it is. It simply is what it is. In the same way that I do not blame a woman who says that she wants a man who is a provider and protector. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what your standards are, great. Be with a man who has that. Be with a man who brings that. If a man is not bringing that, he doesn't have that, don't be with that man. But oftentimes, women will be with that man in hopes of changing that man. No. I certainly taught my daughters never try to change a man. I taught my son don't try to change a woman either, but never try to change a man. Never. If it is not something that he desires for himself, then your desire of that for him is never going to come true. And if it does, it's going to be with a little bit of in there. He's going to resent you a little bit because you forced him to be something that he truly didn't want to be. And even though it may be better for him, it may work out better for him, he's still going to have a little resentment towards you about it. And all you've done is train him up for the next woman who doesn't have to change him. And you see that a lot, don't you? Yes, you do. I know you do, because I've seen it. So at the end of the day, know this. Men who are saying that they're happy with you, with all your anxieties, insecurities, with your bad eyesight, with all your issues, a man is settling. A man's not happy. That man can find better happiness somewhere else. He's just settling because he's tired of looking around. He's tired of trying to figure it out. And if he's been with you for a long time, it's because it's comfortable and it's an acceptable form of misery for him. He hasn't hit a breaking point. But allow it to continue for too long, he'll hit a breaking point. Allow for someone else to bring him peace and great sex, yeah, he gonna hit that breaking point. So it is what it is. You may not like it, but that's just what it is. So always remember. Oh, and on the other side of that, if you broke and busted and an angry little man, why should you expect a woman to stay with you? That woman should leave your ass as well. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.